Nice sense.
Your mic does.
I didn't even realize that we had a meeting today.
You didn't look at your email?
I did, but I didn't, I thought it was an audit meeting.
No, that was earlier at 5:30. There were two notices that went out because nobody told me. Oh, until after I said, I'm just listening.
Okay, that's why I got confused at first, and
So
then
I was like,
then I texted, I put it on. That's why I have to be there, because I noticed that they were meeting first, but that was separate.
yes. And the notice had to hurry about it because that's for audit meetings, those have to be a local notice. So I was like,
They did it, so yeah.
Hello? This mic is on.
You know that Rich wasn't, had he was sick?
I didn't know who had put it. So he's okay.
Yeah, you right?
And so I sent him this, I need to tell whoever I don't know.
He's okay.
He's okay.
Okay, God. That's all that matters, that he's okay.
He's okay. I think he's just gonna take over this week.
You only get one life, you know what I'm saying? Health first.
That's right.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Board of Education workshop on Thursday, December 1st. This evening, I would like to thank you all for joining us, and if you would all rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and
and
to
to
the
the
republic
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we have a special presentation today on graduation pathways, projected graduation rate, 9-period day electives, college credits, and advanced placements. It will be presented by Ms. Wanda Ortiz Rivera, Dr. Dashana Doolin, and Mr. Wayne Ibanez. The meeting is called to order by myself, Eileen Felix, at 7:05 p.m. I need a motion. Motion by Hassan Ahmed. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Cindy Seferi. All in favor?
Aye.
Noes? Abstentions? So moved.
Can I pick out a mic?
So can you hear me now better?
Yes,
Okay,
better.
I don't have to hold it, right? Okay, very good. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to the budget workshop. I believe this is the third budget workshop that we had so far, right?
It's not budget.
It's not a budget, it's just a workshop? Oh, it's just a workshop, okay, I thought it was going to be also part of the budget workshop, excellent. So tonight, we are going to present on graduation rates. We're also going to speak about the 9-period day, and we are going to share with you all the great things that are happening at the high school with dual enrollment and advanced placements and college credits that our students are taking, okay? So, let's start with the PowerPoint.
And for the community at home watching, our chat room is open, so please feel free to submit your questions, and we'll answer them as best we can this evening. If not, one of us will get back to you, or you can contact the district clerk at khoe@bufsd.org, and she will make sure that those questions are answered.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. All right, so the agenda for tonight, the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to look at the enrollment data for the secondary schools. We're going to define graduation rates. We're going to look at the role of data, calculating accurate graduation rates. Dr. Doolen is going to speak about graduation pathways, 9-period day, and the electives at the high school. And Mr. Avenes is going to speak about college credits and advanced placement courses. We're going to start here with the 2021-2022 enrollment data that we have so far. We continue to be a district that has 87% of Hispanic and Latinos, as you can see. Black or African American, 8%. Asian, Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islanders, 2%, and white, 3%. The closing enrollment for June of 2022 was 18,373 students. Out of those students, we have 8,978 females and 9,395 males. Let's take a look at the secondary level enrollment trajectory. We're going to focus on the freshman center and the high school because those are the ones that are affecting our graduation rate or have an impact on the graduation rate. As you can see, the freshman center, we maintain almost the same number from last year to this year, having 1,303 students, and so far today we have 1,308. At the high school level, looking at last year's enrollment compared to this year's enrollment, we service a total of 4,539 students at the high school, and this year we're up to 4,714. Let me explain a little bit here. So we have 4,670 students that are doing day school, only in day school, and then we have 44 students that are only enrolled in Ephraim High School. We also have 459 students who are part of that number, the 4,670, that are enrolled in Ephraim High School, and they're also enrolled during day school, with a total of 10,216 students at the secondary level. Once again, I have the chart here that shows the enrollment numbers. And as you can see, last year we had 177 new teachers at the high school. No, not new teachers, teachers. This year we have 214. We have 64 bilingual and ENL teachers. Also, we went up by, I believe it was 3 teachers. And right now we have 37 special education teachers. We hired 3 new teachers last year. We had to do this because we had the 9-period day, and I'm very happy to say that we are glad that we have the 9-period day because of the increased enrollment. We were not going to be able to service our students due to the increase that we had if we didn't have the 9-period day. Okay? And then you have, we have 2 building principals, 1 during day school and then the high school. We also have assistant principals, 5 and during the day and 1 during evening high school. Department heads, we went from 6 to 1, and we have the 16s. And the guidance counselors also, we are up to 20. 3 of them, we increased by 3 last year. And now we have 8 psychologists and social workers. Now, it is important for us to mention the bilingual, SIVE, and ENL enrollment that we have at the high school because this particular group of students or subgroup of students have an impact on our graduation rate. So bilingual, ENL, and SIVE, they're all under the category of English language learners. Bilingual is a program and ENL is a program. Parents select in which program they want their students to enroll. So we have bilingual programs where the students, for the most part, they only really speak Spanish and they're learning English. And we have the ENL program that is also, everything is taught in English in this program. As you can see, we have a total of 886 students in a bilingual classrooms right now, 411 in ENL. But out of this number, adds to 1,291, I believe, students. We have a total of 357 SIFE students. By definition, SIFE are students with interrupted formal education or limited education. When we have students that are SIFE students that are coming to the high school, for the most part, they enter in grade 9, or they can be in grade 10 as well. However, these are students that are coming from mainly Latin America. These students have at least 2 years behind in terms of their education. So they're below literacy at least 2 years. There's 2 or more years. We have students that come in grade 9. They're supposed to graduate in 4 years, but they don't speak English. Many of them have never been to school, and they don't know how to read or they don't know how to write either. Many of them have perhaps an education of 6th grade, but they're supposed to be in 10th grade. And they are 18, 19 years old, and even 20 years old, and they haven't been in school. We have been able to exit many of the SIFE students, exit them within the program. It doesn't mean that they exit the SIFE status. And what we mean by that is because when they come here and they cannot read or write, we place them in a particular program that was approved by the state. We are a lab SIFE for the state, and we teach them how to read and write. That's what we're doing with our students. And as you can see here in grade 9, you see the number here. Although we have 127 students in grade 9 that are SIFE students, 60 are in program. And they are low literacy level students that are learning how to read and write, and they're in grade 9. You see the same thing in grade 10. We have 119 students that are in the SIFE program. 19 of those are considered low literacy level, with a total of 80 students that are right now in a SIFE program. Okay. So now we are going to learn about how New York State measures graduation rate. I am going to read the definition, and then you're going to help me do some math here so that you understand how this happened. And we are really going to do math today. Okay, Cindy's already looking at it. All right, so I'm going to read this, and I'm going to try to read it very slowly. The 4-year cohort graduation rate is a measure of the number of students from a freshman cohort group who successfully graduate high school 4 years after entering the freshman center or the freshman year. The cohort is adjusted by adding any students who transfer into the cohort later during the next 3 years and subtracting any students who transfer out or immigrate to another country during the same period. Then the cohort graduation rate is calculated by taking the number of students in the adjusted cohort who graduated with a regular diploma within 4 years and dividing that by the total number of students in the cohort. Okay, so now let's do, and this is an example, this is not our school yet. So let's pretend that we have, for example, 2,000 graduates. So we had a class, we have 2,000 students that graduated. That's the first step that you're going to take a look at. So we are going to determine the students then who entered the school as a freshman. Then we are going to add the students who transferred to the school. So any new students, we're going to add them. Then we're going to subtract the students who transfer out of that school. So for example, the freshman class, which is graduating, started with 2,050 students. So the class in grade 9, we started with 2,050 students that I have right here. Then out of these students, we have 11 students that are new. They transferred, they came into the district. Then we have 12 that left the district. So when you do that math, we have a total of 2,049 students that were supposed to graduate, right? Now we're going to take that number and we're going to divide that number by the number of students that actually graduated. So we have 2,000 students, right? Because they're the ones that graduated. And we're going to divide that by the number of students who actually stayed here within that graduating class, and that was 2,049. That gives me a graduating rate of 97.6. So that's what the state does. That is how this is calculated. It seems simple, but it's not really that simple, because there are codes that are assigned to the students that leave the country. And many of those codes, when we don't know where the students are going, it affects our graduating rate, and I will explain it now. So now let's take a look at our numbers here. So this is the projected number of students that graduated in June and August, and I'm giving you a comparison. These are numbers were reported to the state. We don't have the school report card out yet, so these are projected numbers, and this is what we are expecting to see. So we had a total number of 1,443 students that were supposed to graduate this June 2022. We graduated 1,031 students in June. In August, students went to summer school. We were able to graduate 1,121 students. We still had in June 254 students that were enrolled in the program that didn't graduate. However, we had some that went to summer school, right? And we had 164 students who actually still enrolled. So that number was reduced. We have 154 students who drop out. Let me explain what that means. Dropout means if a student that leaves the school, we don't know where the student went. It could be that the student enrolled in another school, but we don't know where the student went. So it counts as a dropout because we have to code the student something called the 425 code. That is a state code that indicates that the student didn't complete graduation. We didn't provide the student with an education here that allow him to graduate. It could be a student that left because the student had to work also, and we have to code the student 425. So this number counts against us in terms of our graduation rate. I want to provide you with some numbers also in terms of that. So it doesn't mean that the students are leaving when they're the year that they're supposed to graduate. We had a total of 16 students that left when they were here in grade 9. We had 65 students that left when they were here in grade 10. And we had 50 that left when they were here in grade 11 and 21 that left when they were here in grade 12. So the grade 9 year, it is so important because that's when everything begins to count in terms for our graduation rates. So I provided you with numbers there. I'm going now to here when you look at also we had the number of English language learners. We had 379. 179 graduated in June, 196 graduated in August, so you see that our number went up. But we had, out of these students that are dropping out of school, many of them are our English language learners because some of them age out of school, and also they need to work or they leave to another school district or they leave the country and we don't know where they are, but we don't have any way to finding out where they are. So we have 96 students this year. Okay. Now, we are going to determine now, what do you think is going to be our projected calculation for the rate of graduation rate that we're going to receive this year? So when you look at this, the numerator, when you go back to the PowerPoint, Okay, if you go back here, we had 1,121 students that graduated, right? And then we had a total of 1,443 students that were supposed to graduate. So when you divide 1,121 by 1,443, what is that calculation?
98.07%.
No, this is 77 point, is 1,000, almost there. I did the same thing. I did the it's 77.7.
Why can't we just be there?
Yeah, 77.7. It's just, you reverse, we like that too, yes. So it's 77.8. and I have that. I will show you something that is that I really like to show you soon. But now, graduation data also includes students that graduate in 3 years. And we have students that graduate within 3 years. They finish their coursework in 3 years. 4 years also, that's the what we expect the students to graduate. We also have 5-year graduation rates, and we have 6-year graduation rates. Because we have such a large population of second language learners, and at the high school is 28%, district level is 33%, our student needs this extra time to be able to learn the language and pass an English Regents exam. The graduation rate when it comes to the 5 and the 6 year cohort is usually between 80 and 81%. Okay? So now these are the percentages. If you look in June, right? Let me take a look here in June. 71% of students graduated. We have 18% that still enroll, and 11% that drop out. If you add the 11% to the 71%, we will have what kind of graduation if we knew where the students went. We will have 82% in June. When you look at the August graduation rate, if we add the 78% that we expected to do, we just did the math, right? And we add the 11% that is really hurting us, it will be what? It will be 89%. Imagine a district like ours that we have such a large percentage of second language learners. We are doing miracles here. We really are. I'm very proud of our programs because we graduate so many English language learners. This year, we expect to have a 52% of English language learners, and for many, we say, wow, only 52. We went from 20 to 33 to 40, and now we are at 52. This is something that has to be celebrated. And these are students that, for the most part, they're entering here when they're in grade 9. So this is something, like I said, to be celebrated. Now, this is the 4-year comparison. So we're going from 74 to 76%, right? 74 again, and we expect to have a 78% rate in terms of the graduation. All right, so what are some of the factors that affect graduation? As I mentioned before, is the 425 code that we have to use for the students that move and we don't know where they go. Inconsistent attendance, when the students lose instructional time, they don't get the credits that they need because they can complete their work. Many students have to go to work, and that's just something that they have to do. Low achievement, students that have interrupted education and then do it well in school. Homelessness also is a factor as well. Students moving in and out, again, with a high mobility. Lack of credit, and they're overage. And also we have some mental health concerns with some students as well, and suspensions. Now, something that we're looking at very closely is what we're doing at the middle level, because what we do at the middle level is also going to help what we're doing at the high school and at the freshman center. When students are failing in grade 6 and 8, ELA and math, or 9 and 12 in any subject, there's a high chance that the students are going to drop out of school. So we're paying very close attention to those students, and we have some systems in place now to work with those students. So now, what are we doing? So we redesigned some of our existing structures that we have here. Thanks to you, the Board of Education, we now have a dropout prevention counselor who works at the high school and works with all of our students, in particular with immigrant students that are coming in without credits. And she creates an individualized graduation plan for them. We have what is called the Enhanced Early Warning System to intervene early, starting at the middle school. And what we're doing is we're printing, the first marking period just took place, so we're printing all the failure reports, so that way the principals know how many students score between a 65 and a 70. And we are providing interventions for the students right now so they can complete their work and they can accelerate their learning, and they can learn, they can actually pass the classes. And we also are looking at athletes. Mr. Herrera is helping us also create, and Lisa Landry, create reports of all the athletes, how they're doing, so the coaches have access to their grades, and we can provide that information to the building principals and provide interventions for them in the classrooms. The registration office also, we have Michelle Stilianos here, the homeless liaison, and she meets with all the students that are going to enter the secondary school also. and she helps them. We have many students that are 18 years old already that they are only looking to really just go to school to learn English, not to finish the 4 years. So we provide them with guidance in terms of where to go and to also enter Suffolk Community Colleges that already finished school in their country. I'm very proud to say that this year we were able to add, with your help also and the superintendent of schools, Regents level courses at the middle level. So we added algebra classes. We also added the RTI specialists that are helping students that were not in honors, because only algebra was offered to honor students. Now we're offering algebra classes to other students as well that are not honors, but we're providing them with supports. Also, we have the accelerated class in grade 7 to prepare the students to enter next year the algebra courses. We offer a now living environment. So what this means is that our students are going to leave the middle school with credits already. Many students will be leaving with credits. And we're very proud of that. It is not just going to be 20 kids or 25 kids. We're expecting to see an increase that. And that is definitely going to have an effect at the freshman center, where more students are going to have to take algebra, geometry now at the freshman center. And we're happy to do that. We implemented the Math Academy at the middle level also to help the students that are enrolled in these math classes. We're adding Regents preparation classes at the middle level. And at the freshman center right now, we're adding something called MASH, Missing Assignment Study Halls, where we're going to have our students, the principals have the report, the failure reports, and all of the students who are not doing well, the parents are going to receive a phone call, and our teachers are going to, you have some teachers volunteers that are going to be teaching the MASH, and we are going to help them complete their assignments and get them up to speed so they can pass the courses that they're not doing well with. We're offering tutoring. We also have a family welcoming center here that is helping immigrant families understand the educational system here, also in the United States. And the goal for us is to have our grade 9 students complete at least 4.5 credits when they leave the freshman center. Grade 10, between 5 and 11.5. Grade 11, between 12 and 18.5 credits. And grade 12, 19 credits. That would allow us to provide our students with more electives at the high school and for them to acquire also an advanced level diploma, and that's the goal. And of course, we have to ensure that our data is very clean. Whatever gets reported to the state, that has to be very clean, because as I said, any unconfirmed student that we don't know where they left, we have the dropout counselor, Diane Torrey, Lisa Landry, and Marlene Ramos in the registration office. They're constantly contacting schools. And if we get a record, also Norma Muller at the bilingual office, as soon as we get a request of records from another school, we check to see if we added the status of the students, if we indicated that the student actually moved to North Carolina, if we had them as a dropout before, because we didn't know where the student went. So we're constantly looking at this list as well. And now we hire also a full-time transition work-based project coordinator that is actually helping tremendously at the high school, in particular with the special education students. Okay? Any questions about this part of the presentation? No? Okay, thank you. So now we have Dr. Doolin speaking about the 9-period day.
Good evening. Okay. So first, I'd like to just start by thanking the board for your support in implementing the 9-period day at the high school. The courses that you see presented right now are the additions that we were able to make to our course catalog with the addition of the 9 period. When we took a look at, as an administrative team, and really dug into the data to figure out which courses would be most beneficial for our students, we looked at student interest, which courses the student requested. We also wanted to make sure we had courses that were varied in level, and that all of our courses had a college and career focus. So, for example, in our phys ed department, we added an intro to aquatics class. So a student that comes in the fall, not knowing how to swim, can take the intro to aquatics class and then follow it up in the spring with a lifeguarding class where they end with a license and can go into employment right after. So that is an opportunity that we're very, very proud to be able to offer to our students. We also added courses such as the Exploring Teaching course that's offered in the English department as a half-credit course. Students learn the foundations to pedagogy, and then the same group of students can go into the Exploring Teaching internship course offered through the business department in the spring. And many of those students you will see in some of our district buildings this coming spring, tutoring and working with our classroom teachers on the elementary and the middle school level. So many of these courses have a work-based learning component built into them. We also were able to add 2 AP courses this year to our very long list of AP courses that we currently offer. We have a seminar class where it's one of our entry-level courses where students can gain some foundational skills around research. It doesn't have to be specific to science. Students can do social science research as well, or study any other global issue that they're interested in. We also added our AP Human Geography class to our course curriculum. Also, with the addition of the 9-period day, we were able to add our first ever in-district cosmetology studio. The picture that you see is actually live footage in our classroom in the building with our students at their stations working on a few of their mannequins, getting ready for their presentation. This course actually holds 27 of our students this year, and we hope to continue to grow that course in the building. We do have a number of other courses that our students have the option to take at our BOCES campus. The course enrollment numbers are listed there. Most of our courses that we offer are 1-year courses. Seniors have the option to take. Some of the courses, we have a handful of courses that are also offered as 2-year programs where our 11th graders have an option to take both in their 11th and 12th grade year. So often we get the question about how do we get our students to graduation? What is required? New York State states that our students have to have at least 22 credits in a study of work that is in our core content areas. They also require our students to pass 5 Regents exams, 4 in the core content areas, and 1 can be a pathway option. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Our students who are pursuing an advanced Regents diploma also have to pass 22 courses of study, and they need 8 Regents exams with a grade of 65 or higher to be able to secure an advanced Regents diploma. The course areas for the first 7 exams are listed, and then these students also have the option to take a pathway to reach success in the 8th exam. The pathway exams, students can use their interest of choice to secure that +1 option. So students that are experienced in art, they can pursue a Regents diploma by successfully completing a Regents in art. Our BOCES students are students that work outside of the district or inside the district or have secured some work-based learning experience, can also secure that +1 option through either our CTE, Career Technical Education, or our CDOS option, Career Developmental Occupational Studies credential. Our new transition coordinator, Ms. Karen Gross, has been very instrumental in the work this year to secure additional options for our students to end with their CDOS credential, ensuring that they have an opportunity to participate in additional work-based learning options. She was also able to secure a pilot for this year so that our students also have the option to test to pass that credential. So we will offer them free of charge an exam this year for our seniors to have the option to use that as a pathway. Our students that are more math, science-based can use the STEM option, where they can take a second math regents or a second science regents. Our humanities students would follow more of the traditional format. They can take a second social studies regents, or our AP students can use a passing grade of 3 or higher on an AP exam as a pathway option. And our world language students that are fluent in a second language, can use our BOCES regents, our BOCES Checkpoint B exam to secure that pathway. So there are a number of different options that our students can use to secure the regents requirement for New York State. If our students still struggle in this area, we do have the option for an appeal, a safety net, or even a superintendent's determination. Sometimes, however, it is not just the regents exams that hold our students back from graduating. Sometimes they struggle for a variety of reasons in their coursework. The administrative team has created an initiative called Project Graduation. This is when we identify students who are at risk of not graduating, and we assign them to what we call a student support coach. It is one of our teacher volunteers in the building who works with a group of students, and they do just what we would think a coach would do. So they motivate students, they check in with them, they talk to them about what assignments they have outstanding. They will also help them communicate with their teachers if it's an attendance issue or if there's something going on. They build a relationship with each student that is at risk, and their goal is to walk that student all the way to the graduation stage. One of the things that I'm also very proud to share at the high school is, as we continue to look at the data and realize that a lot of our students, for a variety of reasons, drop out. We try to continue to include and develop programs, clubs as well, that will keep our kids connected to the school building. So currently we have over 50 clubs that students can participate in a variety of areas. We were able to add the 5 that you see presently as of this year, and every year we try to continue to add. All of these clubs usually come out of a conversation with a student that says, oh, I found a gap and there's something that I want to do that's not currently offered. So we find a chaperone for the student, and in comes a new club. So new programs for this year, we offered additional support for our ENL learners. After school, they meet and go over academic support. We also added a college essay writing workshop. It is college application season. So we have a group of our English teachers that meet in our new college center by appointment with students to help them through that process. We also added this year a Latina mentoring program where we have professionals that come into our district once a week and they mentor some of our Latina young students. And last, we have added a play fully in Spanish. So our Spanish-speaking bilingual students that have an expertise in the area of theater arts are now able to showcase that specific item that they do so well. I also use this as a plug. Our next show is December 12th in the Ross Auditorium at 7 p.m. Please come see the students. Are there any questions for this portion of the presentation? Sure. So students who, I'm actually going to go back to that slide. Students that are securing a local diploma have an option of securing a lower pass rate in the Regents exams. General ed students will need to pass the Regents exams with a 65 or higher. Students can use options such as some of our safety nets or superintendent's determination to secure a local diploma at a grade of 55 or higher, which would designate a local Regents diploma. Any other questions?
Correct me if I'm wrong. For the project graduation, you said that you have volunteers in the school?
Teacher volunteer.
Teacher volunteers. Why can't we hire? Which having teacher volunteers is great, but we are such a big school district with so many kids, and this person is really overwhelmed. Why can't, we have hired people in the district, I'm gonna give an example, food service, for a decent amount of money, really less. This is something that in our district, we hire someone in this position could be amazing, to do a lot more than just when someone has time. This would be a big deal.
So let me just clarify when I say volunteer. Our teachers are still being paid to work with our students, but we do ask for their support because they do have relationships in the building where they can connect with some of our outside teachers in addition to the supports that we provide through our guidance office.
Okay, but picture someone actually taking this on as a job. It would accelerate so much.
Yes.
Other than, what you guys are doing is great, but we have hired people in this district to do less. Yet we use the money. This is a great program, but I do feel that for someone to come in and take this on as a job,
Awesome suggestion. We would love to have additional staff to support our students in this initiative. Our teachers do work so very, very hard during the day, and this is an extra responsibility for them. If we have the opportunity to expand, we would love to add someone in this area.
Yes, I have a question for Ms. Ortiz. I'm sorry I didn't ask it earlier, but
I didn't know he was here.
I thought you just told me.
Sure. Yes.
I'm looking at the projected number of graduates
Yes.
of June and August 2022 from Karen.
Okay, let me just take that.
Ms. Ortiz went through a very thorough presentation. What I wanted to look, I'm looking at the first cohort, all students, 1443. The total number of graduates is 1031 in June and 1121 in August.
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz, what would be the percentage of graduation using this particular statistic?
Using the 1,031 for June?
Correct.
Okay, it's 70, I have it right here. It's on the next slide. I did it for you. 71%. I did it for everyone, not just for you. 71%. Yes, 71%.
That was the amount. Now, would this be the projection which we might see in Newsday this spring?
That is possible. If they use the June graduation rate, that's probably what we would see.
Okay, so
Yes.
ostensibly, what we're saying is that we could expect to see a June graduation rate in next year's presentation of what the entire amount of school districts correctly to the amount of approximately 71%, and a little bit more for the August graduation. So that would be about a 3% addition from the year 2021. Is that correct? 2021,
Right.
is that correct?
So what you will see on Newsday, this is what is presented. What the state acknowledged is the August graduation rate. And something also that I want to clarify here. So here, on the August graduation rate for this year, you saw the 443 students that started as a cohort. In August, we had 1,121
Correct.
graduates. That number includes the 90 students that graduated last summer, not this summer. Okay? So that I forgot to mention that it's not this summer. This summer, it will include for the following school year. Yes.
I'm not diminishing the presentation. I'm
No,
merely
no.
saying, statistically speaking, this is what we're going to find in the news.
If they present the 4-year graduation cohorts, that's what you will see. If they present the 4 years in August, then we will see the 78%.
Okay.
I don't know which one they're going to present.
Okay. I just want to bring this to your attention. What I would like to see, and Mr. Cortese, I appreciate your presentation with regard to these dimensions, is taking into consideration the considerable issues which the student has in Brentwood. Would it not be a bad idea to totally concentrate, to increase the student population of graduation? And it's 3%. I'm not disappointed. At least we went from 68% to 71%. Is it your expectation in the future that it should go up at least by several percent a year, like 4 or 5% a year?
I wanted to go up by 10%, 15% a year. I would love that, and we're starting at the middle level
Well,
now.
Let me
with
just
all
say
the
this,
courses.
in 2020, the graduation rate was, and 2019, the graduation rate was more than 71%, but it was about 75 to 76%.
I have it here.
So what I'm really saying is, it certainly, I'd like to see the expectation, because, and I had a little bit of a discussion with Mr. Lochner, that even though Central Islip is a smaller school district, the demographics are ostensibly pretty much very, very similar.
You are correct. If you look at the dropout rate, it's very low there. So, as I mentioned before, the dropout of our students here is a little bit higher, and that denominator that we have to use, right, affects the graduation rate. That's what I added before, the 11% to the 71%, just to show if we didn't have that. If we only have 5% of students dropping out, then our graduation will be much higher.
Well,
Right, but
what I
that-
do appreciate is the confidence that you brought out by using the statistics and also the problems, and acknowledging that the Central Islip is essentially, even though smaller, a very similar demographic, that there's a lot of room for improvement, and what I do appreciate is your willingness to say, we intend to improve. The question is, and that I appreciate, the question is, and this is one of the discussions I had with Mr. Lochner, is you at least announce plans to bring this improvement about, as opposed to doing it willy-nilly.
Well, there's always been a plan to improve.
Well,
And we have to take into consideration excuse me, Mr. Fritz, let me interject. You have to also take into consideration the past 3 years. We were under COVID, and the requirement for graduation was somewhat stretched to allow some of these students to graduate. So now we're back to a more stringent process with graduation requirements, right? So now we're going back to where we were pre-COVID. So we have to take all these things into consideration. And I do agree with you. Ms. Wanda Ortiz, Dr. Doolin, and Mr. Benes have done a phenomenal job explaining our graduation rates. Now, sometimes we hear things we don't want to accept, but we have to accept what is. Now, let's just say that we are on an upward trajectory, and what we're doing here today has been a long time coming. We've always been doing this, is that we've chosen this workshop to highlight what we've been able to do with the new funds that we were given and the opportunities that we are giving our students to get them to the finish line, to get them into a career path, to get them to college, to get them to a vocational, whatever it is that they may choose to do in life to be successful, what they deem successful. Not what we as parents deem successful, but what a student themselves, because that's what we want, right? We want well-rounded students, students who feel successful in whatever career they choose, whether they're a mechanic, a custodian, a teacher, a lawyer. That's what we're trying to do here. So the graduation rate, yes, is improvement, but we're kind of getting fixated on one portion of that graduation rate. So the 71% does sound low, but we're not factoring in that additional August percentage that kind of brings us up to a 78%. So we have to look at it in its totality, as I mentioned to you at our last meeting. So, let's be objective. Let's be objective. Let's be optimistic of where the district's going, and be supportive of that initiative as well.
Well, I
Go
don't
ahead,
disagree
Sandy.
with you. I
Excuse
believe
me,
being
let's give the floor to
objective,
Ms. Alfaro for a second, please.
We can't compare Brentwood to Central Islip. And in size, we can't even compare Brentwood to Sachem, even though they're two huge school districts, because let's be honest, we talk about the funds, we talk about the money, there's a big difference. Your comparison for Central Islip.
Well, for the Ms. Ortiz, it does make
No,
sense.
it's not. I don't think
Well,
it makes sense.
that's not what Ms. Ortiz said.
Well, I'm speaking
Well,
for myself.
okay, well-
I
No.
don't think.
No, what I said was the dropout rate in Central ISIP, because we are comparing us with Central ISIP. If you look at the numbers from last year, I believe they had 5 students or something like that left the district. We had a significant number of students that left the district, and that affects the number of graduation rate. You also have to keep in mind that when a student, it usually takes 7 to 9 years to learn a language. When we have students entering here in grade 9 and we are expecting for them to graduate in 4 years, it is a very difficult thing to do, right? Our teachers are doing, as I mentioned, a phenomenal job teaching our students, and our students are doing great. We're graduating our second language learners. That number, when you look at it, if we didn't have that number, as Ms. Alfaro mentioned, Sachem doesn't have the numbers that we have as second language learners, we will have a much higher graduation rate. We have to give our students time to be able to acquire the language. Our 5-year graduation rate and our 6-year graduation rate goes to the 80%. And that is including the students that are dropping out of school also. So that's what I mentioned before. We're really doing miracles here. I'm very proud of what we're doing now. Yes.
I really think that this is amazing. I think you guys are all amazing. I think that Brentwood has gone strides. When I
Thank you.
came to this district, I didn't know English at all. I came from El Salvador. There was no such thing as bilingual, as ENL. I had to figure it out and learn it myself. These children coming into this district are blessed to have you guys and all these new programs. My daughter graduated last year. She saw a program here that is new this year, and she said, wow, if this was here before, I would have definitely, you know what I mean? Like, let's take our wins, okay? Let's congratulate each other. We have an excellent board. Let's take our wins. And if I could, in a black Sharpie, write why our students are not graduating. I think the elephant in the room, and I can say it because I'm a parent in the district, parents also have a lot to do with it. Because parent and teacher, parent and guidance counselor, parent and administrator communication is such a big deal. Okay? And I think I'm the only parent in the room other than do you have children?
My children attend middle school.
Yes, but I have 3 children.
I attended the high school myself.
Yes, but I have 3 children in the district, and I have to say, everyone goes online, and everyone has a lot to say about the district, but where are they? Because I'm here, where are the parents that have a lot to say about the district? Where are the parents that have things to say about our board members? Mr. Lochner, you 3 sitting in the front, where are they? It's easy to log on to Facebook and just write whatever you want. But guess what? I'm taking time out of my family, and I'm sitting right here, and I'm discussing with them, and also giving them the praise that they deserve.
When you're preaching to the choir, I attend practically every board meeting.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, let's take our wins. Let's really take our wins, and they're doing an excellent job.
I'm here 20 years. I didn't graduate from this school, but I am damn proud of this school. I am damn proud of what I see in front of me now as the board that are here. I'm damn proud of the people that are in this community that struggle and have had it bad. Let's talk about real simple. You have someone that came out and graduated from Patrick Memphis, right here, standing right in front of you. You have someone that graduated totally with a different perspective in mind thinking. One thought in mind, schools. I remember telling my dad one day, why does Sachem have such a better school than us? And you know what my father said, and rest in peace? He said, don't you worry about what Sachem does. Let the education of your school, Patrick Memphis, teach you the right way and go through the right roads. So I say this to you. Don't worry about what other schools are doing around your area. Worry about the school that we have in our area and about the people that are standing for and working hard. We cannot judge teachers like as well as we can't judge anybody else. They work as hard as they can every single day. Why? Because I teach my kids that I am not the parent when they leave my house. The parent is the teacher, the principals, the superintendent, who we then jump all over them when we as parents don't become parents. So let's stop. The education that we give here and what are giving here is so important. And Mr. Fitz, I respect you. I've known you for a long time. Your numbers, the way that I've studied you, but let's be realistic. Let's stop talking about numbers. Let's start talking about the education that we are giving and are giving right now. And Newsday, I don't care about Newsday. Newsday will always give us the bad vibe that we get.
They just parroted the statistics which the state gives them.
Whatever the state, let me tell you, the day that you sit there on that other side, which maybe you will someday.
I've sat there.
Okay, then the day that you have sat and whatever, there are closed doors behind that door that they get educated and you get educated, and some of the stuff you can't give to the school or you can't give to the parents. And we as parents, we struggle. So let's stop. This is a new era. We're working on a new era, on a new board that's trying to do the best that they can. And those three individuals right there, which I now know who I am, my name is Manny, and I'm a very vocal person. The answer is real simple. You're doing a hell of a job, and thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
So, if there's no other questions, can we continue with the presentation, and then we can go back to questions from the audience? If that's okay with everyone? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Well, first I'd like to say I'm a very proud 1991 graduate from the Brentwood School District. Was that 30? Somewhere almost 30 if I stopped counting. But I'd like to thank the Board of Education tonight for allowing us the opportunity to highlight all the programs that we offer here in Brentwood and the nights that we offer to parents and students. And also I'd like to thank the board for approving many of the programs and paying for the college programs that I'm going to discuss. So I get to celebrate and share all of our accomplishments and the college programs that we offer. So first I'm going to talk about the dual enrollment programs that we have. The Brentwood School District has many partnerships with several different colleges. The first college that I'll talk about is Suffolk Community College right here in Brentwood. We offer dual enrollment classes, which are high school classes that students take on the Brentwood campus for college credit and high school credit. If you look to the side, this is a list of the courses that we offer at the Brentwood High School and the enrollment of students that were taking it for college credit last year, such as in digital animation. Last year there was 1 student taking it for college credit. This year we have 40 students taking it for college credit. I'll also note that this year the Brentwood School District is paying for the students to take these credits, to earn the credits. As you can see, the numbers have jumped significantly. In journalism, in a digital society, we went from 5 to 16. In Spanish 4, 36 students last year paying for the college credit to this year, 200 students taking it for college credit enrolled in that class. Intro to Business went from 13 to 60, Accounting 12 to 70, and you could just take a look at the rest there. The numbers speak for themselves. Continuing on with some of our partnerships, we have a partnership with Stony Brook. All of our students in our English 12 honors class take that class for college credit. We added last year Poetry in America. That was also paid for the school district last year as well as this year. And we have 57 students that took it last year for college credit as well as this year. The past several years, we've offered Introduction to Social Work. Last year, we had 12 students taking it for college credit. This year, 24 students are taking it for college credit. We also offer Engineering Graphics. That college credit is through Oswego, and the numbers went from 6 students last year to 40. Our last partnership with the dual enrollment classes is with Farmingdale, where we offer 4 classes. You see, just to note, Advanced Computer Graphics went from 60 to 109 students, Human Anatomy and Physiology, 23 to 36, and you can see the trend. It just, now with the district paying, many of the students have signed up. In 2021, we had a total of 305 students taking dual enrollment classes for college credit. This year we have 948, making that an increase of 643 students.
Mr. Evans, can I interrupt? And maybe this is
Sure.
for you or for Ms. O'Connor. Are we using COVID money to pay for these college credits? Or CARES money or additional money?
Yeah, it's coming from the stimulus funds that we received.
So I just want to make sure, because when that money is not there, I want to be able to still pay for these credits for students to be able to have that benefit. So something we can work into our budget as well.
Yeah, we have one more year of the stimulus, and then we'll see how we can work that.
Also looking into grant money. Last year we paid with some Title IV funds and Title I. The funding was reduced, so we are using the emergency funds for now, but we are always, if the enrollment increases, we will always get more funds as well on the grants, and we will use grant money to pay for this.
Thank you.
Okay, we also offer special off-site programs. We have a partnership with Farmingdale. It's called Smart Scholars is the program. We've had it for the past 5 years. Students coming out of 8th grade start taking college credit in 9th grade, and each year we start with 40 students in the cohort. Last year we graduated the first class, and there was 36 students who completed the program, earning up to 30 credits from Farmingdale. And that's not taking into consideration the AP courses they've taken with it. This year we also have the Early College Program. This is a program where we send students to Suffolk Community College. We bus seniors in the morning between first and third period. Students have the chance to earn up to 12 credits in that morning program, but they also, other students, juniors and seniors, can take it in the afternoon. We bus students over to the college from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and these students that have been accepted can also take college classes in the evening or on the weekends. Last year was the first year that we had the Academy of Civic Life. That was a program at Stony Brook where we sent 15 students for 2 weeks. That was all paid for by Stony Brook. And those students that were part of that program continued their civic engagement programs. And I'm happy to say they're still getting mentored by the mentors there, and the program that they worked on over the summer, they're bringing into community. We had students working on increasing immigrant resources in our community, and we'll probably bring that to a board meeting soon. We'll bring those students and share the projects they've been doing. We also have the Prosper program at the high school. It's now at 19 students. The Prosper program is a one-year vocational program that allows our students to increase their self-esteem, and it encourages them to improve their attendance and educate them on the relevancy of the world of work. Last year, we had a partnership with Northwell Health, and we recruited students out of the freshman center, and we have 10 community scholars. So these 10 students are partnered with a mentor from Northwell, and they'll meet with them between now and the end of their senior year with the expectation that Northwell will pay for their college education, those 10 students. And we're continuing that this year, recruiting 10 more students out of the freshman center. Currently at the high school, we have 19 advanced placement courses. You can see the list of courses there. Dr. Doolin discussed the newer classes earlier. That was AP Human Geography, also AP Seminar, and this year increasing. Last year was the first year for AP Computer Science, and this year, I could say with the 9-period day, we're able to add additional sections, so we have many more students in that class. In all, if you look at the enrollment, this May we'll have 472 students taking 755 exams. Last May, in 2022, we had 340 students taking 579 exams, so increase of 132 students and 176 exams. At the high school, we use Naviance, which is a college application platform and career education platform, and we've had over 100 universities and colleges come visit the Brentwood High School. The students sign up on the Naviance platform to come visit with these colleges. The colleges log in and they schedule the visits, and our college counselor at the high school plans these with the colleges and lets the students know when they're scheduled. And as you can see, you can look at the list here. I won't say them all, but you can just take a look at the bulleted schools that have attended. This slide here. Just to give you an idea of some of the colleges that have visited the high school already. In addition to those college visits, we take the kids on college tours. This year, thus far, we went to Suffolk Community College. We've taken our English language learners to the Brentwood campus right here. They had workshops throughout the day. We took our Dreamers students, and they actually sat through a mock math class, a mock science class. They were educated on the admissions process and the importance of ESL in college. We also took students to St. Joseph's College, SUNY Old Westbury. We took a coach bus to New Jersey to take a group of students to visit a college fair, historically black college and universities. We also took students to Stony Brook. This year we're going to send our first generation students to a symposium at Farmingdale, and our technology teachers took our automotive technology students to a visit at Suffolk Community College, the Amarin campus. With our college counselor, we have on-site admissions to at the Brentwood High School. On-site admissions, or also known as instant decision days, is where the colleges come to the school and our students can apply right there on the spot with their admissions representatives, and we provide them with an application, their transcript, letter of recommendation, and they get a decision right on the spot. These are the colleges that we have scheduled. This year, we offered universal testing for the PSAT and MSQT. So all of our 10th grade and 11th grade students had the opportunity to take the PSAT. We had over 2,000 students sit for that exam. We also offer SAT preparation classes. We have method test prep coming to the school. We're going to offer a program just before the March administration, and we'll have 3 courses just before the May administration of the SAT. And just one more thing is that all these programs here that I'm mentioning are paid for by the Brentwood School District. Thank you to the Board of Education. Method test prep is also available online for our students, for all of our students. We offer ACT and SAT prep. There's full-length exams that they can take online and get instant feedback. There's also practice and review on that platform. We offered the the ASVAB this year to students, actually this week. And we are going to bring to the school district this year to increase our CDOS credential. We're going to offer an exam. It's called 21st Century Success Skills. We're going to offer that to students, to all of our 12th grades this year. And in addition to that, the same day, the kids will take a U Science aptitude and discovery exam or aptitude test. I'm just going to highlight some of the events and nights that we have at the high school. So in the summer, in August, we start with Common Application Head Start. That's where we allow our seniors to come in to get a jump start on their common application. They come in and meet with guidance counselors and our college counselor now, and they begin that process. They get a start on their essay and completing the common application when it opens up. We had a night in October. It was a financial aid night. We had a financial aid officer come over from Suffolk Community College to give a presentation to our parents. We offer a night for the college application process that we had in September to prepare our students and parents for the application process that they start in their senior year. We offer College Goal Saturday. That's a day where we have financial aid officers come in and we complete the FAFSA with parents and we complete the New York State TAP application. This year we had over 100 parents just that day complete the FAFSA in the school. In addition to that, we offer several other Saturdays where parents are invited to come in. We also had nights during the week where parents made appointments to come in with our college counselor and complete the FAFSA in its entirety. And we help the parents with the, signing up for their PIN all the way through the process to they complete the FAFSA. Just to say, many districts do not do that. They don't complete FAFSAs and parents don't bring in their taxes from the previous year and share that information, but we offer that service and I'm very proud of my department for doing that and having so many days for that. I'll offer a night in April. The past few years, we do a presentation similar to like tonight to talk about New York State education, graduation requirements and pathways. And we'll also have a curriculum night in January. Thankful that COVID is over and we can now have our nights back with all the students and parents in our gymnasium. We'll have an elective day where we'll have the students come into the gym and meet with teachers to discuss all of the programs and courses that they are going to offer next year. So our underclassmen can become familiar with all of the exciting curriculum that we offer. In January, we'll have a junior parent information night. That's a night where we're going to meet with our junior parents to prepare them for what's expected of their child to finish their junior year and to be prepared for the upcoming year as a senior in terms of graduation and preparation for postgraduate plans, whether it's going to college or going into the workforce or the military. We'll discuss many different things at that informational night. We have a college fair every year in March. We'll offer that. In the next few weeks, we'll have the Northwell Medical Career Day at the Freshman Center. We also have a career fair. And on December 14th, we'll have an NCAA guest speaker at the high school. That is forthcoming, going to go to parents, the informational flyer. So just to talk a little bit about the college counselor role at the high school that the Board of Education put into place this year. She's been a tremendous help to the department, helping other counselors in conjunction with school counselors to complete and help students with their college application. She's also responsible for helping set up those on-site admissions with many different colleges. She'll be taking the students on college tours in addition to planning them with other guidance counselors, going into classrooms, conducting classroom lessons. She's been instrumental in increasing the numbers in the dual enrollment classes by pushing in and encouraging students to complete the application online and helping them through that process. I'm not going to read every single bullet, but it's been tremendous having her assist the guidance counselors and be available throughout the school day, because many of our students don't want to leave their classes during the school day, and when they have a free period, such as lunch or study hall, that's a time where they can see their guidance counselor. But if their guidance counselor doesn't have an appointment for that particular period, they could also go to the college center and have a visit there and complete anything they need to and get assistance. So next, just to wrap up, I'm going to play this video, and just before I do that, just before I came to the meeting tonight, I'll just share this with you. One of our students was matched through Questbridge, and he's going to go be attending Columbia University. I won't say his name at this point. I'll let him surprise his friends and family, but just proud to share that with you.
Is this the new one for this year, or is this last year's?
We don't have this year yet because we don't know where all of our students have been accepted to. Where? Hey, what is it? I've never seen it. Come on, Jim. Okay, watch out. Right now.
Hello, my name is Alberto Malgar, and I will be attending NYU this fall. I will be studying physics and bioengineering.
Hello, my name is Amy Sanchez. I'm attending Oak Westbury, and I'm planning to study biology.
Hello, my name is Anthony Chica. I will be attending Binghamton University in the fall. I plan on studying electrical engineering.
Hello, my name is Arielani Perez, and I will be attending Dartmouth College in the fall, and I plan on studying computer science.
Hello, my name is LaShonda Blair. I plan on attending Stony Brook University in the fall, and I will be majoring in pre-nursing.
Hi, my name is Mauricio Diaz, and I will be attending the University of Southern California, and I will be studying math.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Yanis. I will be attending St. John's University this fall, and I plan on studying early childhood education.
Hello, my name is Amelia Paredes. I'll be attending Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Science this fall, and I plan on studying biomedical science.
Hello, my name is Emily Vasquez. I'll be attending Pratt Institute in the fall.
Hello, my name is Enzo Zapata. I'll be attending NYIT in the fall, and I'll be studying computer science.
Hello, my name is Yvette Carvajal. I will be attending Stony Brook in the fall, and I plan on studying human sciences.
My name is Julian Gonzalez. I will be attending St. Joseph's University in the fall, and I will be studying early childhood education.
Hi, my name is Isabella Jonka. I'm going to be playing lacrosse at Lindenwood University in the fall, and I'm going to be majoring exercise science.
Hello, my name is Jessica Stu. I will be attending NYU in the fall. I plan on majoring in business.
Hello, my name is Joyce Ayala, and I am attending St. Joseph's University, and I plan on studying business administration.
Hello, my name is Karen Duran. I'll be attending Columbia University in the fall. I plan on studying computer science.
Hello, my name is Matthew Alvarez, and I'll be attending Long Island University in the fall. I plan on studying music production and entrepreneurship.
Hello, my name is Ricardo Lopez, and I plan on attending Yale University, and I plan on majoring in biology as well as taking the pre-med track.
Hi, my name is Roberto Lopez, and I plan on attending Yale University in the fall in hopes to major in biology and in hopes to get into med school to become a cosmetic surgeon.
Hello, my name is Sam Hashimi. I will be attending the Sophie Davis School for Biomedical Education in the fall, and I plan on studying medicine.
Hi, my name is Tony Vigil, and I will be going to Queens College in the fall.
Hi, my name is Hina Jawed. I will be attending Stony Brook University in the fall, and I will be planning on studying biology to become a pediatrician.
Hello, my name is Elsie Hernandez. I will be attending the University of Scranton in the fall. I plan on majoring in nursing.
Hi, my name is Marianne William, and I plan on attending Niagara University in the fall, and I will be studying nursing.
Hello, my name is Marcella. I'll be attending Mercy College this fall. I plan on studying biology, biomedical sciences.
At the end there, that was a scavenger hunt they did. It was actually a different day, but they had to come take a picture or something. But thank you again for allowing us to share all the highlights that we have at the high school and for the venue tonight to present to the community.
Thank you for your presentation and for sharing with the community the great work that you guys are doing here in the district. It's super important, and I think that it helps relieve some parents about sending, their students, their children, their prized possessions to our district. And, it makes us proud to know that we're providing such a phenomenal education. And all of us had children, grandchildren who were students in this district. So to see that, I put any of our students up against any other district, anytime, any day of the week. So thank you.
We are blessed. We are really blessed.
You wanted to say something, Rhonda?
I just wanted to say I'm so proud. I think it was a very, very good presentation. And coming from the high school and actually observing all the programs that are coming in, the diversity, because it's not all about the rate, it's about preparing these kids so they can make meaningful employment in their job. And I've watched years, kids graduate and they don't have the skills to hold a job. So if they can't maintain a job, it doesn't matter that they graduate. We have to give them the skills to be able to be successful in employment. And I think that's a good job.
Yes.
Giving kids opportunities, bringing in the CCE. I mean, I worked at the high school. I raised kids in this district. I had 3 kids come through the high school. One of them went to private. But I had 3 kids come through this high school. They're doing pretty well. I have a grandchild coming up. And I'm just very proud to see all the options, the cosmetology. I think that giving kids all these options will actually lower the drop.
It will.
Absolutely. That's the goal.
Definitely
That is
will.
the goal. Yes.
I'll share something. I'll share something personal. Many of you know that my son is autistic. He graduated with the first COVID class in 2020. When he was preparing to go into the middle school, I had 3 older children. This is my first experience with a child with disabilities. I really didn't know much about the district at that point. I knew that he was getting services, but I had to do my due diligence as a parent. I needed to make sure that his diagnosis was accurate and that the services he was receiving were the right ones. So I went out and I got him tested outside the district, and I remember bringing his paperwork, his IEPs, everything that they needed to do an assessment of him. And the doctor said to me, most times I have to go to war with the district. And she goes, and I'm fully prepared to bring my battle axe. She goes, but you never have to worry about that because they're doing right by your son. So for me, that gave me such a sense of relief, right? Because I had somebody outside of the district, and I'm not saying that everybody needs that. Just, I did that for my own personal state of mind, my sanity, feeling like I dotted all my I's, crossed my T's. And when she said that to me, not that I doubted it, but I just had that extra reassurance that my district was working in the best interest of my child. And that just, the weight kind of came off my shoulders. Not to say that I put my hands up and I wasn't still vigilant, but I was confident in what he was getting here. And I've heard it outside on the train, traveling to the city. People are like, man, you guys in Brentwood, not knowing that I'm on the school board, you know, they just freely speak. You guys have such great special education services. You guys have such great kids, and, you know, you hear it time and time again. And I really want our community to start believing that. I know a lot of us do, but there's a percentage of our community that does not believe we are servicing our children, our students well. And I'm hoping that tonight really, and I think it did, I'm hoping it did, really kind of change some minds. Really change some minds so that they can feel comfortable not having to send, listen, if you want to send your kids to private school, that's your prerogative as a parent. We're not going to stop you. But send them because that's what you want to do, not because you're afraid of sending your kids to the Brentwood School District.
Thank you so much. I do have to say that I am so proud of our teachers too. They care so much about our students, and I get emotional because we do the work behind the scenes, but they are the ones with the children, and it's not easy. Sometimes, when we have students, as someone mentioned before, there are 3 years that we really suffer from COVID, right? And we're seeing many of these things right now. Yesterday I had a meeting and the teacher was saying they're just multiplying, they're learning how to teach them how to multiply, and they're in grade 6, but they're there with them every day. So I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you. The guidance counselors are amazing. The building principals as well, the coordinators and the assistant coordinators that are here too. But this is, I heard in Puerto Rico, we say, una tribu, ¿verdad? A village, right? To work with our kids, and it's really true. We really do. And we need to start believing in ourselves. We are an excellent school district. I always said, and from the moment that I started working here in the year 2001, this is a model school district. I know that our name will be in newsdays one day saying Brentwood is a model school district. We are. We already are. We just have to let everybody know that we are.
And we did a lot with very little in the past, and we received a blessing, right? We finally got what was due us, and I hope we continue to get what we deserve, because it is allowing us to do these things that you all have mentioned, adding all these electives, and I know that those will grow with time if we continue getting the appropriate funding. And these opportunities are just wonderful for our students. They're leaving with 2 years worth of college credits.
Yes.
I mean,
And I don't want to forget our superintendent of schools and the cabinet that we have. We work so well together. And we have a unity of purpose. The purpose is our kids. Everything we do is for them. So, and it's about them.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference. It makes all the difference.
We have an online question.
Prosper.
And thank you so much. I also have another question, education. So these funds that were paid for this program, it's money from what happened with COVID, right? Now, what happens when that money comes out? How does this work?
Well, Stacy, not all of the programs are COVID-related funds, correct?
Oh, no, we were talking about the college program.
No, I just-
Paying for the college.
What happens once that money?
We look for other grants, we build it into the general fund, so there are many different ways we can look to fund these programs to keep them going.
We also hope to continue receiving our foundation aid.
Yes.
In the correct amounts that we're supposed to be receiving, so I think that will also be helpful. We were underpaid.
You said we had an online question?
Yeah, there's an online question here. I am interested in learning if the district has any plans for in the future for special education students, specifically at the high school level, to implement one out of the 9 periods, a skills class where they can meet with their case manager and have the ability to catch up on work, have any social or emotional issues addressed, etc. In all fairness to the teachers and students, it will give them at least an additional period a day in order to further develop a working relationship with each other and for the teacher to have a more accurate understanding of their students.
That would be hard to see why we have to do that.
I don't agree with that, honestly, because I think that we're pushing for.
Rhonda, could you maybe?
Yes, that's okay.
We could bring it to you.
I think that we're pushing inclusive practices, and not only special ed students are suffering from mental health or anxiety. We're seeing it across the board. So if we're going to create a period, I don't want to, because right now we get measured. We have to report to the state the percent of time that students are with gen ed peers, and we're already identified as a school for a least restrictive environment. I don't want to increase that number, so I don't mind exploring something like that, but it would have to include all kids, not just separate for special ed.
For all special ed.
Yeah. We could do something like that, but it would have to include gen ed and special ed kids. Yeah. Yeah. We're exploring so many different things right now. We're looking at curriculum. We're building multi-tiered systems of supports. We're looking at different books. We have a behavior specialist pushing into the elementary schools. We're looking at partnerships. Northwell Health doesn't have the capacity to partner with Brentwood, but we're looking at PM Pediatrics, so that we could build a wraparound services, because parents are having a difficult time after school if a kid needs to have contact with a mental health provider. So we're working on it. The best is yet to come.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Thank you to the presenters and to everyone in the district for all of your efforts and keeping our district safe and running. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need a motion to convene the workshop at 8:35 p.m.
Motion.
Motion by Cindy Safiri. I need a second. Second by Maria Malave. All in favor?
Aye.
Noes, abstentions, so moved. I need a motion to adjourn the workshop at 8:35 p.m.
Motion.
Motion by Maria Gonzalez. Second by Julia Burgos. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Noes, abstentions, so moved. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and hope to see you on December 15th at 8 p.m. for our public session.